What's good, Jaws? Billy D back at it. Yo, it's been a while. It's been a while. Excuse my green. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm about to head out, but I got a busy week ahead of me, and I haven't did one of these in a while. So I needed to make sure, like, I did a dope little post on all the news that's going on right now, to give my perspective because of some crazy stuff. So we're gonna hit as many topics as we can within 10 minutes. All right, and let's start with this college admission scandal, y'all. Um, for those who don't know, some prominent well, not some actors and actresses or whatever, people with a whole lot of money, white folks to be exact, um, they got caught paying money to schools, prominent schools, USC, all that stuff, for the kids to get into. One chick, Lori Lofton, Aunt Becky, for my '80s babies out there who watched Full House, I know I did. She paid $500,000 to have her kid accepted into a school. I think she even paid a proctor to help her cheat on her SAT scores to get them up. How crazy is that? Um, so FBI gets involved. All these people going to jail, fines. I think they locked her up for like $1 million bond. Um, I'll be honest with you. I was watching HLN cover this topic, and what I found amazing was that they, instead of talking about the crimes that were committed, they actually started giving you ways to make education cheap. So, like, if you're a person with a kid in college, they're saying, all right, let them go to a community college for a year, let them do scholarships, grants, this, anything to cut down the costs. Why is nobody talking about the fact that education in this country has been on the rise for the past 5 years? It's more expensive every year. And they're getting the same education. And then they're getting out of school and they're not even in the career field that they went to school for. Why aren't we talking about lowering tuition? Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if I can get my kid into school and kick somebody some bread to do it, I'm going to do it. But why should I have to do that? And why is it accepted? So I don't even have a problem with these people doing it. But if it's against the law, I guess they got to do their time. And while we're talking about doing time, let's get to R. Kelly. I am going to miss that man when he's gone because he is out. He is out of here. He's out of here. So I'm sure by now everybody's seen the Gail video or the Gail interview where he loses his mind. I saw a little bit of Denzel Training Day in there. You have to go back and look at it. A little bit of I can't sleep, I can't eat without you in my life video acting going on in that little interview he did. Excuse me. Entertaining, to say the least. So here's the problem I have with it. They lock him up, 100,000, can't afford it, got somebody else, get him out. Then they lock him right back up a week later for child support. He was paying 20,000 a month to his ex-wife Andrea Kelly. So let's start with her. She's in a documentary. If it wasn't for the documentary, he pays 20,000 a month. He was $160,000 behind in back child support. What does this mean? This means he was only 8 months behind. Kind of puts it in perspective. And if you do the timeline on everything, all this stuff started happening about 8 months ago. Like the new accusations, if you will, they all came up around that time. So you, Andrea Kelly, first things first, if you're that abused, if you're that hurt, if you're that in your feelings over it, change your last name. If you're a victim, who keeps the last name of their victim? Like, every day you wake up, you got to live with that name. You got to sign that name on documents. How are you getting over your pain if you keep the name? That's a dope Jesse Jackson moment right there for y'all. Change your name. Change your name. So You go on the documentary, you do a circuit tour to anybody who will listen, crying about, the abuse that you went through, accepting money for all these different appearances, and then your primary source of income, one of your biggest ones, your child support, stops because of what you're doing. You are contributing to him not being able to take care of his kids. Like, it's a chicken or the egg thing. Like, you're double dipping. You're double dipping, and you're mad because he can't pay the child support, but you are one of the reasons why he can't work. Like, the systematic thing that's there is just ridiculous, dude. Like, and I'm not defending R. Kelly, I'm defending men. Like, this is what happens when we go down that rabbit hole of what's right, what's wrong, what's fair, what's not. Like, we're not looking at cause and reaction. That's all I got to say about it. The R is going to be locked up for a very long time. He's going to be missed. But also, we have to keep in mind, Chicago is doing their thing right now with Jussie and R. Kelly. And rolling into Jussie, they gave Jussie 16 counts. And from my experience, which isn't a lot, but I know a little bit, when they hit you with as many charges as they can, they're trying to get you on something. Something. So all these people right now are saying he'll get off, he ain't gonna do no time. But when the court hits you with that many charges, they're like, we're gonna have to get him on something. We're gonna get him on one. They don't throw that many charges at you at once. He could be on some all I need is one juror. They might be on some Johnny Cochran. Just give me one. But I don't see him getting out of it. I think he'll do time. Not a lot, but enough. Because of Chicago. And I'm getting to that point. But in the end, Jussie's going to be okay. Why? Because, this is my prediction, he's going to put it all off on a drug problem. And that will get the sympathy back on him. He's going to be the most diverse victim to date in world history. So he went from being a victim of racism, being a victim of being gay, and then he's saying he's being a victim, because he's being charged, and he will get out of all of it when it's all said and done and be back in the good graces of society, and especially social media and in his circles, by saying, I'm an addict. What's that, like a quadruple victim? He's playing a dope game where he's just jumping from one thing for you to feel sorry about for him to another, and he's trying to play but I'm the strong person, I'm the strong victim in it all. I hope it doesn't work like that, but with the society that we're in now, I don't see how it can't. And to Chicago's point, I honestly believe they're going so hard at R. Kelly and they're going so hard at Jussie because they figured this is where we'll make up for all the bad shit that we done did, right? Meaning Chicago's in the state of Illinois is infamously known for being corrupt, in their state government. I don't know if you know this, but it's a guy, Blagojevich, I think his name is. He's doing prison time right now for selling or trying to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat to Jesse Jackson Jr., who also did time for that crime. Corruption runs high in that state. And we all know about Chicago's terrible crime rate and gun rate and all that stuff. And they don't have control over it. But these two things, which are very, very high profile, they do have control over. So guess what? They're going to throw everything at it. Everything at it. To make up for all the bullshit that they're not doing. It's getting your mind off of all the black crime, all the hate, all the guns, all the, violence in Chicago, to focus on two celebrities. when it's all said and done and the smoke clears, they'll still have a crime problem. They'll still have issues. They'll still have beef. And Chicago will go back to being the same place it always has been. That's 10 minutes. Wow. Maybe I'll do another one before I leave. But nevertheless, thanks for tuning in. Keep on checking me out. I'm going to try and post more. I have been getting hit up to post more, so I'm going to do my best. I'm going to be out of the country for the next week or two. I might do something while I'm overseas. Who knows? But until then, if you don't have an opinion, you can always use mine. Peace.